All right, welcome Facebook, Wednesday Night Wellness Live here at Nightlight Chiropractic. I'm Dr. Andrew Merrill here, and we are going to go over what you polled for, actually. So typically what we'll do is we will go over the questions that we got for the week from different patients or different conversations we've had with patients or other providers. This week, however, we did something different. We polled you to figure out what you wanted to hear about, and what you wanted to hear about was what you can do on your own at home to avoid having to come in and see the chiropractor, and I think that's fair. And I want to talk about that because you want to hear about that. And that's what we do here. So we're going to go over a few things here tonight, 3 things in particular as it relates to you and what you should be doing at home so that you are not having to come in and see us or not having to go to any provider, really. The first of those 3 is posture, right? You have to be cognizant of your posture. You have to be doing something about your posture to make sure that you're not falling forward. Have you ever seen an old person stuck in extension? No. Right? That's not what happens. What happens is we all fall forward. Head starts to move forward, shoulders start to round down, and then you end up an old man or an old lady looking for loose change around the floor. And we don't want that. So we need to find things that are going to help to keep you upright, things that are going to keep your chin pulled back, keep your shoulders pulled back. There's 2 different things I recommend as it regards posture. One of those things is to do something for your neck that's going to keep extension into your neck. So either you use a rolled up hand towel, maybe you use a water bottle or a frozen water bottle, maybe you just lay on the edge of your bed, hanging your head off your bed, but something needs to be creating extension type traction for your neck so that you are able to retain that curvature in your neck that's so important for holding your head in relation to your shoulders in that good posture. The second thing that I often recommend is when patients come in and they've already started to lose that posture in their shoulders is to take a foam roller, the kind that you buy that are, nice big cylinders. You're going to put it right underneath your upper back, laying down on your back. You're going to back and extend over it so that you're getting extension into your upper back. Your upper back curves the other way, and what I'm seeing in a lot of patients is that it really starts to compress down. We want to use that foam roller so that we can stay up and back and keep our shoulders back. So 2 things about posture that you should start doing now. The second thing that I want to talk about is exercise, and I keep hearing this again and again and again, and we need to squash this right now. So people keep saying to me, I say, what do you do for exercise? And they say, nothing strenuous. Nothing strenuous? You can do nothing strenuous in your living room. You should be doing something strenuous. It should feel strenuous to you. If your exercise isn't making you sweat, if your exercise isn't making you a little bit uncomfortable because it's not something your body's used to doing, you need to do different exercise. It should feel strenuous. It should feel uncomfortable. The exercise that I recommend typically that patients are not doing is stuff in the gym, the anaerobic, the lifting type of exercise. You need to be adding this as a component of your exercise. It's not good enough to just walk in the evenings. It's not good enough to take a leisurely bicycle ride with your young children. You have to be in the gym. You have to be moving weights. I get it. There's a stigma sometimes to the gym. You don't want to be uncomfortable. You're not comfortable there. You don't know what you're doing maybe. You don't look like some of the other people there. Put it all aside. Set it down. You're not there for anybody else. You're there for you to get healthy, and you need to add it in. It doesn't have to be a robust schedule. God knows I'm a lazy doctor. I don't like to do any more than I have to do. I'm there twice a week for an hour, and I leave. I don't want to go back. I don't need to be there for any kind of marathon training. Do the least amount that you need to do to get it done, but you have to do it. You can't just skip it and think that it's going to go away. So exercise. Don't do nothing strenuous. Do something strenuous so that you are getting some exercise, getting the muscles working to keep you well. The third thing I want to talk about tonight is diet. So I find it so strange that people use the word diet and weight loss synonymously, right? Oh, you're dieting? That means you're losing weight. Wait a minute. Those 2 are not synonymous. Your diet is what you're eating. Weight loss is what you're eating to lose weight. Diet and weight loss should not be synonymous. When we talk about weight loss here, we talk about here's the set amount of food that you're going to eat to restrict calories so that you are going to lose weight or whatever. When we talk about diet here, oftentimes what we're talking about is how to lose inflammation, how to eat things that are going to decrease your amount of pain. So we talk about using your diet to reduce inflammation, so an anti-inflammatory diet. And one of the best recommendations I can make is to go check out deflame.com. An old professor of mine, Dr. David Seaman, has a wonderful website, all kinds of great knowledge there about the things to eat and the things that you can do to reduce the amount of inflammation in your body, which in turn will reduce the amount of pain that you feel, but also it's going to reduce all kinds of other pathologies, all kinds of other conditions that you might be getting. So don't equate diets to weight loss, equate what I'm eating to, is it going to make me healthier? Is it going to reduce the amount of inflammation? One of the common things that we see here in America is that we're eating too much grain, right? Breads, grains, wheats, pastas, anything that's made out of wheat is really high in omega-6 fatty acids, which when you have too many of those in your diet, you become inflamed. You're much more likely when tissue is damaged to have too much inflammation and too much of a painful response. When you're eating the right things, so think more omega-3 fatty acids, think fish oil, that's what most people think of when they think of omega-3s, but I want you to think of lean grass-fed meats. I want you to think of green leafy vegetables that are really high in these omega-3 fatty acids that are going to help you to keep that normal amount of inflammation. So we don't want no inflammation, but we don't want too much inflammation, so a good balance of green leafy vegetables and lean grass-fed meats mixed in with some of your wheat products is going to give you that nice amount of inflammation that you get when you injure some tissue. So anyways, I hope that covered the things that you should be doing, kind of in the broadest strokes that I could possibly give you about how you can stay out of my office, or the things that you should be doing. You better be doing these things, otherwise you're going to come see me sooner than later. I wanted to also mention that we're going to be doing another poll here this coming week that is going to ask you again, what do you want to hear about? I'm going to give you a choice of some topics that I'm hearing a lot about, and you tell me. I'm here for you. I want to give you the best information that I can give you week in and week out. And if you can help me to steer you to what you're watching this video, tell me what you want to hear. I'm happy to feed it to you. I'm happy to talk to you next Wednesday night on Wednesday Night Wellness Live. Again, Dr. Andrew Merrill. I'll see you next week.